getting that driver's license, man, it's one of the best steps toward real freedom, right? But yeah, first you got to get past that written test. It can seem like a huge deal, but trust me, it's just the key that starts the engine on your whole adventure.
So, are you ready to finally get behind the wheel? I thought so. Let's make sure you walk into that DMV feeling like you absolutely own the place.
In just the next few minutes, we're going to cut through all that confusion and really focus on the stuff you absolutely have to know to pass. No fluff, just the essentials.
First up, we're decoding the road. I want you to think of all the lines and signs out there as a kind of language. Once you learn to speak it, everything else just clicks into place.
So, let's start with rule number 1. You see those yellow lines down the middle of the road? That's your first major clue. It means traffic's moving in 2 different directions. It's the most basic thing that keeps everyone in their own lane and, not crashing into each other.
So how do those lines tell you when you can pass? It's actually super simple. If the line on your side is broken, think of it like a dotted line. You can cross. If it's clear, you're good to go. But double solid lines? Nah, that's a wall. You do not cross it. Just remember, broken means maybe, solid means no way. All right, pop quiz time. You're going to see this sign everywhere. And knowing what it means is, well, it's absolutely critical. So here's the question. Okay, so you're driving along, you see this sign coming up. What's the one thing you have to do? No hesitation. What is it? And the answer is, you yield. That means you slow down, you get ready to stop, and you let everyone else, cars, bikes, people walking, go first. It's not just a suggestion. It's what keeps traffic from turning into total chaos.
Awesome. So now that we've got the basic language of the road down, let's move on to the grammar, the rules that tell us how to actually move and interact with everybody else out there.
I want you to burn this number into your brain. 100. That's 100 feet. That's how far ahead you need to signal before you make a turn. To put that in perspective, that's about 6 car lengths. Giving people that much of a heads up is what stops nasty surprises and accidents before they can happen.
And when you do signal for that turn, where your car is in the lane is everything. For a right turn, you want to hug the right side. For a left turn, get right up next to that center line. Doing this actually blocks other cars from trying to do something crazy, like squeeze past you while you're turning.
So let's just run through a perfect right turn, step by step. First, you get close to that right edge, you signal 100 feet out, you're always scanning for pedestrians and bikes. You make a complete stop, then you do that final safety check. Look left, look right, look left again, and then you make your turn nice and smooth right into that lane. It's a rhythm you'll get down.
Okay, now for a question that gets so many people. Parking on a hill. Just remember this one little trick. Up, up, and away. When you're pointed uphill with a curb, you turn your wheels away from it. Every other time, headed downhill or if there's no curb, you turn them into the side. That way, if your car rolls, it rolls safely into the curb, not into traffic.
Okay, knowing all the rules is one thing, but being a truly safe driver, that takes the right mindset. So this next part isn't just about passing the test. It's about becoming a smart driver for life.
I mean, this quote from the Handbook says it all. Look, if you're angry or super stressed out, it's just not the time to drive. Take a minute, cool off. Your head has to be in the right place before you turn that key. It makes a huge difference. You can bet you'll get a question about driving in bad weather. Here's the deal. In fog, rain, or snow, always use your low beams. High beams just bounce off all that stuff and make it harder to see. And remember this, roads are the most dangerous right when it starts to rain, because all that oil on the road mixes with the water, and it basically turns the street into an ice rink. You've got to manage the space around your car, and if someone is right on your tail, driving aggressively, don't get into a battle with them. The smartest, safest thing you can do is just move over when it's clear and let them go. Your job is to manage the space in front of you. All right, what about those huge trucks and buses? Sharing the road with them is a whole different ballgame, and you've got to know the rules to stay safe. It all comes down to one crucial idea, the no zone. These are basically giant blind spots all around a truck. The rule of thumb is simple and could literally save your life. If you can't see the truck driver in their side mirror, they absolutely cannot see you. Let me say that again. If you can't see their face in their mirror, they have no idea you are there. Stay out of those zones. Okay, let's bring it all home. We've covered the rules, we've talked about the right mindset. Now let's talk about the test itself and how you're going to walk out of that DMV with a pass. Want to know the biggest reasons people fail their driving test? This is it, so listen up.
Actually stop at stop signs, like a full, complete stop. Always yield, always signal. And for goodness sake, check your blind spot every single time you change lanes. These aren't just for the test, this is just what good driving is.
And hey, for all the minors watching, here are the hoops you gotta jump through before you can even take the test. You need that permit for at least 6 months, and you have to log 50 hours of practice, with 10 of those at night. It's all about getting that real-world experience. So, take a deep breath. Look, you've got this. Seriously. The test isn't some huge barrier they put up to stop you. It's just a checkpoint to make sure you're safe. You know this stuff. You're ready.
And that's a wrap. I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Once that brand new license is in your hand and the open road is calling your name, where are you headed first?